We got to talk about Avengers Doomsday. And I just wanted to share a couple thoughts about the movie, some things that I would like to see, potential theory of what might come to pass, might not, I don't know. But I figured, look, according to Sebastian Stan, he said that Kevin Feige said the best idea wins, right? So whoever's got the best idea for Marvel, whatever, they win. So, no, I'm not on the Marvel payroll. But as a fan, I would rather put this out in the universe, and I would rather Marvel take it and make the movies for my enjoyment and everyone else's. I'll take that. And maybe if they take enough ideas, they'll hire your boy. Who knows? But this is what I want to put out there for you guys in terms of Avengers Doomsday. This is the fifth Avengers movie, and what I think could happen, because let's keep in mind, the Russo brothers are back. And with the Russo brothers coming back, we have to understand what the Russo brothers have done and what they're capable of. The Russo brothers have built up Captain America like no other. The Russo brothers have also done some great work with, I would argue, probably the best depiction of T'Challa, right? The Russo brothers have given us some iconic moments in Infinity War. They've given us some great moments in Endgame. I mean, Cap picking up the hammer, Spider-Man dying in Infinity War, Iron Man with the snap. Like, it's a lot of dope moments that we can give credit to the Russo brothers and Marcus and McFeely, the writers, as well. But you're bringing the old band together again. And because you're bringing the band together to do Avengers 5 and Secret Wars and Avengers 6, I wanted to just put some things out there that I believe are either going to happen or that I would like to happen. So, first off, let's talk about Captain America, Steve Rogers. I'm not talking about Sam Wilson. Shout out to Sam, right? He's clearly going to be in the movie. He's going to be a leader, blah, whatever. But what happened to Steve Rogers? Now, the last time we saw him, he was out there being old, not doing nothing, hanging out with Peggy, you know what I'm saying, in the past and all that good stuff. They gave him his happy ending. But if you recall, when we went to Falcon and Winter Soldier, there was all this talk about where is Steve? What is Steve doing? What's going on with Steve? Now, we didn't hear anything about Steve dying. That there was no funeral that we know of like that. I mean, well, they remembered him, right? But like, I don't think like we like, hey, he's actually dead. So it's still out there that Steve is doing something. So, in my opinion, I think, especially with the Russo brothers coming back, this would be the best time for Steve Rogers to also come back. Now, keep in mind that Chris Evans does not want to come back as Steve Rogers, and it makes sense because you want to let Anthony Mackie take his time, do his thing with his movie, and then it would make sense to bring Steve Rogers back later. Couple of things. One, in Avengers Doomsday, you bring back old man Steve Rogers. And the reason why you bring him back is because you have to understand what he's been doing all this time. I believe that the Russo brothers can take maybe, I forget the comic run. I think it was End of Time or maybe some of the elements from Secret Wars. But what you do is you take the old man Cap and you show that he's been working behind the scenes all this time because he has developed his own version of the Illuminati. Yeah, remember the Illuminati that they wasted in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness or whatever? Now, Cap has gone back and he has formed his own Illuminati. Why? Because he, as old man Cap, he's been dealing with the incursions. Now, the question is, why is Cap working on this? Now, first of all, I think it was Avengers Endgame. They already showed you how they can make Cap young. Because forget about Chris Evans playing this old Joe Biden looking guy forever. You would bring him back, but what you do is you use the same machine that Banner had, when he made Ant-Man into a kid. That's all you do. You run time through him, and that will make old man Cap young again. It's easy. Just like that. Now, because Cap has been going through time, remember, he was doing his time hopping from all these different universes and stuff. Remember that when he had to put the Infinity Stones back. I believe that he had come across or crossed paths with another character. And I'll get to that other character. But the reason why he did that is because that character informed Cap of the incursions. Y'all know the incursions are happening. That's when both of the worlds are colliding and the timelines and all that stuff. That's what Doctor Strange is working on. I believe that while Cap in this alternate timeline, chilling out with Peggy and all of that, I believe that Cap ran into an old friend of his. Do you remember his friend? T'Challa. That's right. I believe that Cap is going to run into an old friend named T'Challa because if you recall from the comics, one of the very first people that ever saw an incursion happen was Black Panther. And this is where the Russo brothers come in because the Russo brothers, two things. One, they've given us the best depiction of T'Challa, period. Two, they've introduced the multiverse, and because of the multiverse, you can bring in a variant T'Challa. And this variant T'Challa, especially if we're going to have a Doctor Doom be the actual villain, can come from a destroyed world where his Wakanda was destroyed. Maybe his whole planet was destroyed by Doom. Why does that make sense? Because in the comics, one of the greatest rivalries is Doctor Doom versus T'Challa. Like that right there is a problem that unfortunately we have never been able to see because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman, unfortunately. So this would be an opportunity for the Russo brothers to rectify what was unavoidable, right, with the passing of Chadwick. And they can sit here and say like, oh no, this variant T'Challa, this T'Challa that, by the way, is smart, that is tactful, that is strategic, that is a problem with them paws. That T'Challa, the one that he don't like Doom, and when he sees Doom, it's on sight. He don't care if it's a variant or not. He don't like no Dooms. That T'Challa can come back, and he can be a part of Steve Rogers' Illuminati. Now, in this Illuminati, you got some more things that you can add. I don't know, maybe like another Tony Stark. This could be the time that, if the rumors are true, they actually go get Tom Cruise. You get him in to play the alternate version of Tony Stark and let him be a part of that Illuminati. You could also go get Patrick Stewart, Professor X. He could be a variant. Bring him in. Let him be a part of this Illuminati. While you at it, bring in a variant version of Namor. I would say bring in the same Namor, with Tanakh. Bring him in and just have him wearing a more updated suit. Again, he could be a variant, and that's okay. Bring in these variant versions. And then lastly, I would say bring in the old Reed Richards, not John Krasinski. I'm talking about the old Reed Richards from the 2004 Fantastic Four movies. Bring that Reed Richards in as well. So I would love to see them being the beginning of the incursions, this Illuminati that's probably the real, not Miles Teller, the real Illuminati that this would set up Secret Wars. And just because we're here, and just because this is, I would say, the Russo brothers redemption tour, I would love for them to go into Secret Wars. And if they're, they don't take everything from the comics 100%. They usually take like 10% from this comic, 10% from that comic, 10% from this comic. Doom has an army. I'm not going to say what it is, but he usually has something that will be his right-hand man or just a weapon. This is where you bring in the Hulk. I would love to see the Russo brothers weaponize the Hulk the way the Hulk has always been needed to be seen. Matter of fact, if you want to get real spicy, make him Maestro Hulk with the beard and all of that. Russo brothers have Dr. Doom, played by Downey, release the Hulk on everybody, and everybody gets washed. You're just gonna have to get washed. People just gonna die because everybody not gonna make this. Everyone is not gonna make it, but I feel like that could be a nice way to redeem, because they jacked up the Hulk. And I don't mean jacked up as in swole. No, y'all messed up the Hulk. Professor Hulk was dumb. It was a bad thing. So if the Russo brothers could give us the Savage Hulk that we have yet to ever see, if they can give us a pinch of what Ed Norton's Hulk did, man, if he don't pick up some cars and get to pounding and smashing. So all I'm saying here, just to wrap it up, Russo brothers for Avengers 5, Doomsday, bring Steve Rogers back, have him be the head of the Illuminati that's looking at all the incursions, which leads right into Secret Wars. Bring a variant King T'Challa that you can easily make the new Black Panther moving forward. You can easily let that character coexist. Here's the thing, that character can coexist with Shuri. And if y'all want to keep T'Challa Jr., I guess, but y'all can go put him back in Haiti and have this variant step in instead, and then renew the Hulk. Please, like, help the Hulk, bring him in. You mean to tell me if y'all don't get a Savage Hulk, that's not going to add another $1 billion? Come on now. So anyway, that's my theory. I think that Avengers 5 should do an Illuminati with Steve Rogers, variant T'Challa, and we should get the old Reed Richards back. Bring in Tom Cruise if you like, and fix the Hulk. So if y'all hear anybody talking about this, you let them know E-Man told you first. I had to put this out there. I know people have little versions of it. No, this is mine. This is mine. Okay. Anyway, y'all let me know, how do you feel about that? Is that something that would interest you for Avengers Doomsday? Is that a compelling enough angle for you? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.